Yeah, no, that's really important too, because everybody has usually something to contribute to the company. So, but from my understanding, just for being with Governance Alive, is that the facilitating isn't very intuitive sometimes, and it can be a little difficult at first when you're still learning it.
Yeah, and it the learning to be facilitated is also a uh, uh, a skill. A lot of people are used to being in meetings where you're looking for agreement rather than synthesizing the ideas. They're used to fighting for the floor so that they get heard, and so they'll just interrupt other people, and the loud voices kind of dominate, and the softer voices you don't hear them, and they may have the best ideas. So, um, learning ways to help people who want to talk right now wait, and people who are like, I don't know if I really want to be heard, speak out. Those are among the many kind of subtle people skills that we try to teach, and that are really critical to a meeting where everybody leaves saying, that was tough, but we really did something to, oh, I'm so angry, and we made a decision, sort of, but I'm not really going to do it. Those are two very different ways of people coming out of meetings. And so, yeah, just being a person in a social environment is not all that easy. And being that in a structured way where you're trying to pull everybody together takes some practice and some training, and so um, that's why I mentioned Han He being a master level facilitator for the International Association of Facilitators. It's because there's definite skills that you can have. It's not everybody that knows how to get a bunch of people together with different opinions and have them arrive at something that they're all willing to accept.
Yeah, yeah. From our meetings that I've definitely been getting a little bit of practice, and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of self awareness. It feels like for me. But it was just like anything else. The more you do it, the more you practice correctly, then the better you'll get at it, and the smoother it will become.
Yeah.
So
My experience is that people over time do build their social skills, build their social confidence, and all that kind of thing. Um, and I'll give a real quick example of how that, a dramatic example of the way that changed in some people. Um, One of the places that we've put in sociocracy, particularly, um, was in a care home, an elder care home, where um, you had people who are aides who are in and do the care of these, can be very needy people, um, or who may not, their bodies may not be functioning well. Um, and so the type of people that are generally wanting those kinds of jobs may often not have a high school education. They may have a history of being with abusive employers. They may come from abusive home environments. And in this home, that was kind of the deal with the staff. So the um, people were sitting in on their first circle meeting, and the where the person leading it was the manager in this case, because they really hadn't been in any training, and so she was going around to each person asking their opinions on policies, and the women pretty much sat there like this, and would come to them and say, "Yeah," and they were very suspicious of, why are you asking my opinion?
mhm.
Um, it went on like that for two meetings. In the third meeting, at one point, a woman reached in her lap and held up a threadbare towel. In the care home, obviously towels are important, and she said, "We need new towels." Um, and my friend who was facilitating said she quickly glanced around the room and she could see the other women there kind of looking like this and thinking, honey, you're going to get fired for running your mouth. So when the woman had said that, my friend who was running the meeting said, "Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. We'll get new towels. We absolutely do need them. Thank you for bringing that up." And the other women were looking at her and saying, "Huh, you didn't get fired." And so gradually, the good facilitation process helped the staff trust, and they opened up and they started giving their opinions. And I think it was about a year later they got their first state level award for high quality of service. The state goes around and checks on different homes.
Mhm.
So it made a huge difference
Wow,
in
yeah, I bet.
everybody's confidence. So good facilitation can do that. It's a gift.
Yeah, as the kids say nowadays, trust the process.
You know,
So, so getting back to bossa nova,